can't keep my hands to myself. The doctors say you're no good.
Hey guys, it's Ryan and I'm going to show you how to make a rainbow rosette cake. This has to be one of my favorite cakes that I've ever made. It's so bright and colorful you almost don't want to cut into it. But at the same time you do, because it's rainbow on the inside as well. Let's get into the video. First of all, in the bowl of a stand mixer, you'll want to add 4 sticks of softened butter. Then throw in 4 cups of sugar and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Place those ingredients on a stand mixer and mix them all up. This actually can take anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes. But that's okay, because you can just crack the 8 eggs used in this recipe in the meantime. And yes, that is correct. To make this cake, you'll need 8 eggs. Halfway through the mixing process, to ensure that your ingredients are all combined, scrape down the bowl. And now, in a large bowl, you'll want to add in 5 cups of flour, a teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon plus 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Now I'm just going to whisk that all through. Once your butter and sugar mixture is combined, you can start adding in the eggs. Add the eggs in one at a time, and after each egg is combined, add in another egg. Repeat this until all of the eggs are mixed in. Once again, scrape down your bowl. And now it's time to alternate between adding in the wet and the dry ingredients. First, we'll add in the dry ingredients. All the dry ingredients are is the flour mixture from earlier. Add in 1/3 at a time. Now mix in the dry ingredients. And then stream in the wet ingredient, which is 2 cups of milk. Mix in 1/3 of the milk and continue the process of alternating between adding in the wet and the dry ingredients. Now it's time for the fun part, dyeing the batters into the colors of the rainbow. Use gel paste food coloring to get ultra vibrant colors. Mix up all of the colors and watch a rainbow form before your eyes. And now pour the cake batter into 6 8-inch pans lined with parchment paper. And now all I'm doing is baking off all 6 cakes at 350 degrees for 1 hour. After the cakes are out of the oven and cooled, you can take your trusty cake leveler and level off the tops of the cakes. Each cake layer should be fairly thin because there are 6 cake layers. For some reason my cake leveler was failing me today, so I just finished leveling the cake with a serrated knife. Just repeat this process with all 6 layers. It's finally time to assemble the cake. First, I'm just spreading some frosting on the cake turntable to stick down the cake board. And then on top of the cake board, I spread some more frosting to stick down the first layer of cake. The first layer of cake is going to be purple because we want the rainbow to go from top to bottom. I'm going to spread on some more frosting with my offset spatula and top it with the next layer of cake. Make sure the layers of frosting are really thin here because there's so much frosting on the outside of the cake. If you overload the filling, it'll just be way too much frosting. And now I'm giving the cake a crumb coat. All this is a really thin layer of frosting that locks in all of the crumbs. This layer could look terrible if you want to, because once we pipe the rainbow rosettes, you won't even see it. And now refrigerate the cake for 20 minutes. The icing technique that I use to make the rainbow rosettes is so easy but comes out with an amazing result. Once you make the rainbow colored frosting, put down a piece of plastic wrap. And then begin piping thick lines of frosting in rainbow order. Make sure all of the lines are the same length because if they're not, the rosettes won't look as good. Once the lines are piped, begin to roll the whole thing up. You'll want to make sure that both end colors meet and there's no air or space in the middle. Before you make the rosettes, make sure to make at least 4 of these rainbow tubes. Once rolled up, give your little rainbow tube a few gentle shakes. Once your rainbow's rolled up, insert the whole tube into a piping bag. Shake the tube to the bottom of the piping bag and start piping your rosettes. As you're piping your rosettes, try to keep your piping bag in the same position each time so all the colors go in the same way. Once you've piped on that last rosette, you're finally done. I think this has to be one of my most favorite cakes I've ever made. The colors are just so vibrant and bright, and the rainbow cake on the inside is a fun surprise. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more amazing cakes.